Show them that you're better than Messi. In a sport of over 4 billion fans, nearly 270 million professional players worldwide, and an average career span of 8 years, only about 0.0000016% of professional footballers ever make it to the World Cup final. That excluding other factors such as specific teams making it there more than once. With the chances of every player scoring in the World Cup final very, very low, the chances of actually scoring the only goal in the dying minutes of the match is even lower. One, Mario Gotze, at 22 years of age, found himself in this extremely unique position, a position which hundreds of millions of kids are dreaming of finding themselves in, and suddenly turned into the biggest curse of his career. Mario Gotze, the man who used to burst through Bundesliga defenses without a care in the world, has now been reduced to a broken shell of the player he once was, who now wishes he never even scored in that final in the first place. What happened? You got it. The moment you were dreaming of being a subject of right from your childhood was gotten. You've got to the highest honor you could ever get as a footballer. Congratulations, you've got more eyes and attention on you. Now what? You're only 22. You most definitely didn't think about this during your childhood, right? Or did it all come so fast that you just don't know how to handle it? Welcome to the real world, Mario, a place where you will be lonely once you get to the top, and from there, the only way to go is down, and you, my friend, are about to experience that in the worst way possible. Welcome to the rise and fall of Mario Gotze, the man the world broke. Show the world that you're better than Messi. These are not words that are supposed to be told to a then 22-year-old on the grandest stage in world football. That too comparing him with someone like Lionel Messi, literally one of the GOATs of world football. But it worked. Joachim Löw and Germany got what they wanted, and also Gotze got what he wanted. But who actually suffered the consequences of these words? Long before the World Cup, Gotze was already touted as the German Messi. Kinda gives you an idea on how good he truly was. However, it is much easier to be labeled as anything close to Messi when things are going great, but to be able to cope just like Messi when things go really bad is a different story all on its own. The hype surrounding Gotze was real, that too from a very young age. Mario Gotze was born in Memmingen, Germany on the 3rd June 1992. He moved to Dortmund from Bavaria when he was only 5 years old because his father, a professor of data processing, was offered a high-ranking position at the city's Institution of Technology. He was enrolled in Dortmund's youth academy at the age of 8, and by November 21, 2009, he made his Bundesliga debut against Mainz after catching the attention of his soon-to-be football father, Jurgen Klopp. In Klopp's own words, from the first time I saw him, I was counting the days until I could promote him into the senior squad without acting irresponsibly. The fact that Klopp said this just goes to show how much he cares about the development of young players, as he did not want to throw him into the spotlight too early. When Gotze got his chance, he absolutely dazzled. He played with so much flair, pace, and had that swagger to him. He was truly Jurgen Klopp's rock star. In a period where Klopp was working wonders at Dortmund as an attempt to completely overthrow Bayern and put an attempt to end their Bundesliga dominance, Gotze was the face of Klopp's trust in youth. He formed a formidable partnership with Marco Reus, a partnership which was even described by Germany legend Franz Beckenbauer as a partnership better than that of Xavi and Iniesta. They went on to lift the 2010-11 Bundesliga title with Gotze scoring 6 goals and registering 15 assists in 33 Bundesliga matches. Like I said earlier, Gotze was the face of everything Klopp's Dortmund side represented, an overly exciting, rebellious team who went against the usual standard of winning the Bundesliga, which was mostly set by Bayern. Not many expected Dortmund to be able to do it, particularly after they finished the previous season in 5th place. We're focusing on academy products and we're doing their shopping from teams such as Cerezo Osaka and Lech Poznan. In 2010, the then technical director of the German Football Association, Matthias Sammer, described Gotze as one of the best talents Germany had ever had, and so the hype was real, but at least he had the performance to match. Gotze was truly special, and his partnership with Reus was even more special. They were basically like brothers. They were unbreakable both on and off the pitch, and their partnership was also aided with the 2011-12 explosion of Robert Lewandowski. The 2011-12 season was going just fine for Gotze until January 2012 when he was diagnosed with a hip injury. A cartilage in his hip had inflamed under stress and was due to be out for about 3 months. In that period, he signed a new contract which would keep him at Dortmund until 2016, but his contract, however, had a release clause which can be triggered provided the buyer is able to come up with at least 37 million euros. Of course, this wasn't really a problem because at the time it appeared Gotze wanted to stay, and signing the new contract proved it. However, no one was prepared for what he would do in a year's time. Despite the injury setback, he was still able to score 10 goals in 28 Bundesliga appearances as Dortmund lifted their second Bundesliga crown in a row. However, months after this Bundesliga triumph, they were met with serious bad news which at the time didn't really appear to be one, but as time went on, it finally took its effect, and that is the appointment of Pep Guardiola. In January of 2013, Bayern Munich announced that Pep Guardiola was taking charge of the club at the end of the 2012-13 season, and so, in the worst manner possible, 36 hours before a crucial Champions League semi-final clash against Jose Mourinho's Real Madrid, news had broken that the Bavarian they had given a home to was finally leaving them for their arch rivals. Mario Gotze had indeed signed for Bayern Munich. It was a revelation which not many could comprehend or even know how to react to at the time because they were in an utter state of shock. Rudi Hess even spoke of how Klopp compared this news to feeling like a heart attack, while sporting director Michael Zorc walked in like someone had died to break the news to Klopp. Mario was seen as a mercenary, a traitor. The Dortmund fans felt betrayed not just because he moved to Bayern, but because he had assured them the previous year that he wasn't going anywhere. Under all the pressure and stress, he cracked as he limped off injured at the Bernabeu, never to wear a Dortmund shirt ever again in his first spell. He missed the Champions League final which they lost to Bayern, and by the summer he officially became a Bayern Munich player. The reason why he signed for Bayern Munich, as he stated, was because of Pep Guardiola. The nickname German Messi may have gotten to his head as he decided to take one step closer to becoming Lionel Messi by playing for the man who previously brought out the best from Messi. However, himself, just like another playmaker who left Jurgen Klopp to sign for a club associated with Pep Guardiola, will find little success there and will become the turning point of his career. The thing is that when Guardiola arrived, he wanted Bayern to go for the hottest name in world football at the time, Neymar Jr., but they decided to focus their attention on an already proven Bundesliga star, and who better than Mario Gotze to no objection of Guardiola. Guardiola tried to replicate what he did with Messi at Barcelona with Gotze by playing him as a false nine, but things were not really clicking. Despite that, he managed to score 15 goals and registered 13 assists in 45 appearances in all competitions, which was an amazing return considering that was just his first season, as he won his first Bundesliga title at Bayern Munich. The 2014 FIFA World Cup, the tournament where a legend was made and destroyed over time. This tournament marked the beginning of the end for Mario Gotze. He didn't really do much in a tournament where Germany's highlight reel was when they humiliated host Brazil in the semi-final, but when it mattered most, he delivered. Gotze was named on the bench in the World Cup final against Argentina. Finally, he was going to share the same pitch with the man he was constantly compared with. He got his chance in extra time when Germany's all-time leading top scorer Miroslav Klose was coming off. In a moment which appeared to have been a passing of the torch moment, he got on. Andre Schürrle swinged in across in the 113th minute. Gotze controlled it with his chest, and the rest, they say, is history. In the eyes of every German at the moment, even for Borussia Dortmund fans, he was a hero. Gotze became a national icon at 22, but was unfortunately unable to cope with this newfound fame. He was constantly watched, and the attention he was receiving for even the smallest things was enormous. Everyone expected him to continue to play like that, but didn't understand that it simply wasn't possible. His fame was automatically fast-tracked while his growth was pretty much developing at the same pace. His treatment was unfair as his entire career was based off of just one goal. Things soon got worse for him at Bayern as the acquisition of former teammate Robert Lewandowski meant that he wasn't really needed to play as a false nine anymore due to the presence of a proper striker. Pep had nowhere to fit him, and so he was relegated to the bench, and even then, people expected him to always come off it and score just like he did in the World Cup final. The man was only 22 at the time, and so seeing the media talk smack about him must have really hurt. But that didn't compare to the pain he felt when legends like Lothar Matthäus, an already controversial pundit at the time, just constantly criticized him harshly. It was in this period that Gotze finally understood the major difference between Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola, as his relationship with Guardiola deteriorated with time. Matthias Sammer had this to say when he spoke to Danz. Mario has received too little love and recognition at Bayern. Young, sensitive people need rhythm in their lives. That was taken from him. Mario and I had a close relationship, but I was not the coach. Mario, with his deep way of thinking, must feel love and trust. He must be untouchable. At the same time, Guardiola, full of ambition, that's why he sometimes had too little calmness and independence in decision. It was logical for me to comfort Mario. The club was not able to do that. You have to be able to read people and meet their characteristics and abilities. Unfortunately, not many people recognize that. His brother Fabian also added, saying, to be successful at 22 years old could be the reason why he lost his ease. Andre Schürrle, another player whose involvement in that goal had a similar effect on his career, just like Gotze, said at the time how that winning goal brought Gotze a lot of stress. His former Borussia Dortmund teammate Marcel Smelser also said, I could imagine he'll say one day, it could have been better to not score it. And after some times, he finally admitted he wished he never scored the final. Gotze returned to Dortmund in 2016 after he was linked with a potential reunion with Jurgen Klopp, who was now the manager of Liverpool, but he chose Dortmund in an attempt to right his wrongs, but the fans were not having any of it, as they viciously protested his arrival and proceeded to make his life a living hell. Unfortunately, even back at Dortmund, he found little success, and by 2017, things got worse as he was diagnosed with a rare metabolic disorder, which when traced back was responsible for his frequent muscle injuries in the past. It was also responsible for his weight gain despite training the hardest in the team. Gotze was out for 5 months, and when he returned amidst a tragedy when the club's boss was attacked, and so was given the responsibility to lead the team, but unfortunately had already lost all of his pace by then. The Dortmund move didn't really work out, so he moved to Eredivisie club PSV Eindhoven, where he currently plays till this day. Gotze decided to leave the atmosphere which had caused his demise. He no longer wanted to play to meet people's unrealistic expectations, but to meet his own instead, and I think it's safe to say that Gotze, at the age of 29, currently is finished at the highest level, not because he can't come back, but because he doesn't want to come back. And we're now at the end of the video. Thank you guys for making it this far. I really appreciate it. Please don't forget to like the video. For the sake of the YouTube algorithm, subscribe, turn on notifications, because a lot of you said you weren't getting notifications for my latest videos, so be sure to turn on notifications, share the video, don't forget to subscribe. Oh, I said it already. Well, that's all from me today. Cut, I'm out.
Not having fun with it, I'll be done with it, yeah. Fun with it, I'll be done with it.